BB27 episode 24 aired tonight. The live eviction episode for this week. We're back in California. Smash that like. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Hit that subscribe and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and Big Brother super fan Joleen Lunzer here for the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen, with hype man husband RN Chell there to bring our little poof ball Buffy out to TT because she doesn't.
Dog tummies.
Yay! Oh, I love you. Go potty, because she won't go potty if I'm not going out there with her. She's like, I'll just hold it here with mom until I get a UTI. So welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. So sorry, you guys. I'm finally back in California, and guess what? I'm sick. What a shocker. I came back with a nasty sinus infection, but I couldn't leave you guys hanging tonight. So I am here, and apparently StreamYard has given us new sound effects. Let's try one. No. Okay, they're not working for me. I'll have to check that out. But there are new sound effects. So apologies on my voice. Apologies if I am clearing my throat or I sound gross. Or I start coughing. I'm trying my best to not be a sweaty mess. This is the first time I've put on makeup since, I don't know, Monday. So yeah. But we're here and we have so much to talk about. So please sound off in the live chat all your hopes, thoughts, dreams, and opinions when it comes to all things Big Brother, specifically this episode. Also, if you haven't already, hit that like. Let's set a like goal for 1,000. You guys have been killing it with the likes. I appreciate it so very much. So please smash that like. Let's hit 1,000 likes. And if you want to support the channel further, you can check out my links in the description, or if one of my mods doesn't mind dropping them, you can check that out for my Patreon, my YouTube membership, or you can send a super chat while I'm live here on YouTube. Okay, we got that all out of the way. Hopefully you guys are having a good night, because I got notes and we got stuff to talk about, and I wished I wasn't sick the last couple days because I wanted to go live about live feed things, and hopefully my mind works tonight. But remember, we take a comedic look, and I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean you have to have the same opinion. You're welcome to sound off in the live chat or the comment section, and we can just respectfully agree to disagree.
Hating ass bitches.
These hating ass biatches. These hate, as Kelly would say, these hating ass biatches. Last night's episode was crazy. I was watching it sick in bed. And what did you guys, I do want to hear from you guys. What did you think of that POV competition? It was so campy, but I kind of liked it. I can see now what they were talking about in the live feeds when they were saying that it seems like the competition was kind of thrown to Mickey. But I like that they're at least dressing them up. It felt, I don't know, it felt very bold and the beautiful. Okay, Dossier says, I didn't like it. Amy says, I liked it. Josh, you liked it. Campy, but loved it. Kenzie, I was like, okay, it's something different. It's something different. So previously on Big Brother, you guys, hopefully you can hear my sound effects now that I'm back with my sound effect machine. Vince won the wall. He nominated for eviction because he's a big weenie. He nominated Mickey as the target, and then Kelly, and also Ava, because Ava put him up. And then Mickey won the power of veto by poisoning the right people during the competition, where they were all dressed up and poisoning each other with wine. And it looked like the yellow wine was orange juice and really Alka-Seltzer Plus, and it looked nasty. All right. Mickey takes herself off the block. And when Vince has the opportunity to take a shot at Rachel to really get her, he drops the ball and instead nominates Catherine.
This week has been shit.
And he is now, officially the biggest weenie in all of Big Brother.
All of you are so stupid.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't backdoor Rachel or backdoor, because with the BB butt blaster, it's not a traditional backdoor. But what, Vince? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm glad because I want Rachel in the game. But as someone who's trying to win the game, hopefully being you, Vince, what are you doing? This crybaby game, and this isn't like a crybaby Vanessa Russo game, because the strategy isn't there. Vanessa had the tears and the strategy. If you're gonna have the tears, you better bring some strategy, Vincent. And you are not, sir. It is bad. David, thank you for the first super chat. David says pumpkin spice and get well donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is very sweet of you. Yeah, smash that like. Oh my God, Vince, what a waste. Oh my God, Bradley, watching on the feeds. Okay, I'm trying to think, because I was at a few airports. So I was flying back from Minnesota. I had a layover in Denver. And was that when I was watching Keanu, what we saw in tonight's episode, Keanu giving Vince the talk? Yes, it was. It would have been Monday. So after the POV ceremony, when he renamed Catherine, confidence starts with competence. And you need competence to get confidence. I don't know if Keanu thinks he's Tony Robbins or whatever that really tall guy's name is. But it's ridiculous at this point. When that conversation, they could have just had the whole episode. I feel like they really missed an opportunity to have the full Vince and Keanu conversation in the boxing gym. And then also all of the conversations that Rachel and Keanu have had and the fights that they've had now that Rachel understands that Keanu is 100% not Team Rachel. It's like Keanu wants to work with Vince and had a very broke back, I wish I knew how to quit you moment, but he can't. And I feel like Rachel wants to work with Keanu in that way. Maybe not as badly as Keanu wants Vince, but even Keanu pointed that out, which I don't think they highlighted in either episode yesterday or today, that Keanu pointing out just how much they have in common with him chasing Vince's loyalty and her chasing Keanu's loyalty. But I'm like, what a crazy, cuckoo thing to point out to the person who, it's almost like he was looking for sympathy from Rachel that, hey, yeah, I know the feeling, because as you try to chase me, I'm chasing this guy and it hurts me. It hurts me that he isn't being my person that I know he can be. And now, did everyone else think the same thing I did when Vince, why isn't my thing working? When Vince was like, when Keanu said, what was his exact quote? He was like, there's something in me that tells me you're the one. He's like, there's something in me that makes me want to keep working with you. And did everyone else think it's the patriarchy? Of course, it's the patriarchy. He can't trust a woman in this game to save his soul. But leave it to a lion-ass, snaky crybaby Vince, and he is chasing him so fast. Rachel's trying her best to work with Keanu, and yet Keanu's like, I don't know what it is, Vince. And we're like, we know what it is. We know why you're chasing Vince. It's the patriarchy. Thank you, Christopher Taylor, for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Congratulations to those of you who have won a membership. You guys are so incredibly generous. Thank you so much. TT with the super chat saying it's like watching a bunch of houseplants play. Rachel's basically the only strategist. The only strategist. There are moments where other players, very few, have glimpses of strategy, but few and far between. Okay, so thank you, TT. Yes, Dame, thank you for the super chat. Dame says, lean team, target post eviction, Rachel or Vinny. Ooh, I think it would be very interesting to have Vinny have to pay for his sins. Not going after Rachel Riley this far in the game, leaving her until jury when you had her in your sights. You can't tell me that he couldn't you could tell me he couldn't flip the vote, but any somewhat decent player would at least attempt this. I mean, that's insane to me. I'm happy it didn't work because I want more Rachel in the house, but that's really bad. And I feel like Vinny needs to pay for that. Pay. All right. Yes. Oh, you guys are killing it in the chat. I wish I could read all of the comments, but then that is all I would do. Any guesses on the double eviction will be? It's got to be soon. Didn't Julie just, and Angela's going to be there. You guys, I'm so excited. Angela, woo. Last season, superstar Angela Murray is going to be on this week. Obviously, if you haven't checked it out, we did a in-depth, long conversation with Angela just a few weeks ago, which was really fun. But Angela's coming back in the house. But I thought they were having Zingbot. Is Angela the new Zingbot? Hopefully, because Zingbot's gotten a little stale. It's a little stale. No offense, Zingy. No offense, okay? But I don't know if some of my sound effects are working anymore. I don't think they are. It's inappropriate. Oh, wait, that worked. Okay. It just takes 9 hours for it to work.
It's inappropriate.
It's inappropriate. So, yeah, I don't know. Double eviction, I'm assuming soon. Maybe not. Maybe never. I know it's coming. Okay. So we come into this episode post POV Rena. Mickey using her POV to take herself off the block, her being the target. And Vince is like, oh man, I really messed up on this one, guys. He's got his hood. Vince just ready for a hoodie or a beanie to wipe up his tears. Thank you, Shannon, for the super chat. Shannon says, I'm totally thinking Angela is Zingbot host. She should be. She definitely should be. Okay. So Angela, no pressure, but looking for a little Jolene shout out. Okay. Give us a wink. Give us something. Give a little shout out over here to your best friend on the BB streets. Okay. The BB commentary streets. Just a little shout out. Tiffany says, help me. Will Kelly ever leave? Kelly's never leaving. She is never leaving. Kelly is made for the puzzles. Okay, if this game, if you didn't have to talk at all, if there was no social and it was just Kelly and the robots, that would be a great game for Kelly. Just doing puzzles and stuff, Kelly would rule. But unfortunately, Big Brother has layers. And so she's very bad. Very bad. When it comes to that part of the game. But as far as keeping herself in the game, thanks to these BB butt blasters, very good. Very good at that. So Catherine's put on the block. She's like, oh, great. Thanks so much. She's just looking at Vince like, you're the biggest weenie that ever weenied. You're a tiny weenie, but a big weenie, if you know what I mean. All right. And then I loved how Julie Chen did start this episode with mostly his tears, talking about Vince, how everyone's been in tears. It's been a tearful week for his HOH, but mostly his tears. Yes, it's mostly been Vince's tears. The man will not stop crying, and there's no rhyme or reason for the tears other than he just is a crybaby. He's an indecisive crybaby who is afraid of his own shadow, but is he? Anyways, so then we have Keanu. My God, you guys, I can't laugh, but these people are making me laugh. But I can't. If I laugh, I'll go into a coughing fit. But Keanu's saying, I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Because this is the third time that he's burned me. I mean, do you think maybe I can't trust him? Okay? And I'm not okay with it. This is the third or fourth time that this guy's tried to burn me. And I'm trying to work with them. I don't know. Seems bad, right? Seems not great, right? And we're like, oh my God, you're so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to this man. I'm sure in the outside world you're great, but you are so stupid when it comes to Big Brother. Like, really, Keanu, you're so lucky that you can win some competitions that Rachel actually wanted to work with you for a little bit, because you're one of those guys that you just get out early, just like big and dumb when it comes to some of this stuff. Come on, sir. Get with it. You're like, I don't know. It's been like 3 times he's burned me. Maybe 4. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to give him another chance. He keeps giving Vince all the chances. And then Kelly's like, I'm angry. Vince is a weenie. This is like the 4th or 5th time he's burned a bridge with me. And I keep score. Because if you didn't know, Kelly says she has an encyclopedia on all of the wrongs people have done to her. That's what she said on the live feeds. I'm paraphrasing, but I tweeted it when I was watching it live. But she said something like, I have an encyclopedia of all the people that have wronged me, okay? And I know where all the bones are, and I know how to break all of them. And I know where to bury all of the bodies where they'll never find you. Have you ever been to the Badlands before? It's bad for a reason, and mostly because of me. Like Kelly, she's going to serial killer all of them. And I don't feel bad for any of them at this point. That's just where I'm at on my journey. Thanks again, Shannon. And yes, I hope for that. Dame, thank you for the super chat. Says, do you think Catherine's going to talk to Riley? Oh, yeah. Apparently, Catherine's stepmom, I saw this on social media. Also, Catherine's stepmom did start following me on Instagram. So maybe I'll reach out and DM her. So hi, Catherine's stepmom. Godspeed and good luck with whatever's going to happen. And, maybe we can all chat. But I heard clips from a TikTok that Catherine's stepmom and Riley spoke via the text messages. But I will say this to Catherine's stepmom. I'm just going to be very blunt because that's all I can be. Don't believe her. Michelle, Riley's mom, is an enabler. She's a mom enabler. She's one of those boy moms, can do no wrong. And that's not a shot to boy moms who have boys in general. It's the ones that identify themselves as boy moms. And then they're just like, whoa, problematic. And they're like, my son's done nothing wrong. You're like, I'm literally watching him stab someone. He doesn't mean it. He's just very passionate about the stabbing. So she said they agreed on some things and didn't agree on others. And basically, it's what you're going to fall into with the Riley situation is it's what we saw in the live feeds. We're not just making shit up that Riley did. It's literally how we saw him behaving. We were like, whoa, red flag, creepy, freaky, no thanky. And they're going to fight it as bad editing when it's the live feeds. Okay. And I think that going back and forth with his mom is, no, I wouldn't waste my time. I would not waste my time at all doing that. Hopefully, now that Catherine is out of the game, she will have a lot more clarity about life and things. Here's my personal take, and I could be 100% wrong, but I really think Catherine feels a pressure to like Riley. Do I think he love bombed her and made her think that she needed him in the game? 100%. Listen to her interview at the end. You hear her saying things that I don't think the Catherine that came into this game would say, and I think is kind of the goal of guys like Riley, or people, I should say, like Riley, who interact like that, whether it be a man or a woman. They want that other person to believe that they only exist and they're only safe and they're only okay with that person. And that's kind of what Catherine was saying by the end of the episode. Like, I wouldn't have lasted this long with Riley. Yeah, you would have. And you wouldn't have been a target at all had you not been around Riley. And Riley didn't save you. If anything, he only made your target more illuminated. And he also, was able to take you away from kind of the main group, and isolate you with him because I love you. You're my woman. Because you became, with someone like that, and what we saw, you became someone's property, someone's something, rather than an autonomous being that is playing a game called Big Brother. So it was sad to hear Catherine be like, I wouldn't be here without Riley. And I'm like, girl, wake up. I'm going to get wake up from the Stepford wives of it all. No, you would be here, and you'd be much better off if Riley never set his sights on you from the beginning and sought to like hostage man stalk you. So hopefully, so my point is, I think overall, Catherine, I think there's parts of Catherine that realizes that, whether consciously or subconsciously. And I think there was pressure because so many of the people in the house reaffirm this information, as well as production, I assume, how popular showmances are, and with the love bombing of Riley, and how she didn't want to let all these other people down. And, it seems like a lot of the people in the house felt, per Jimmy confirming this, that Riley was America's favorite. And so she might have got caught up in all that, but there was still glimpses I saw while watching her. And that could just be my own, reading into it, but it's just how I saw it. I saw that she was still awake to things. And so I think she will wake up from this. And I think she's going to be okay. It might take a little bit. So shout out to Catherine's stepmom and dad, but don't listen to Michelle Riley's mom. Okay. I'm just going to call it right there. She's a problem. She is caping for her son hardcore and to the point where it's unhealthy. And so of course they're going to want to get Catherine into the hills of Oklahoma, get their claws, their steers in her. So just no Oklahoma-y. Because apparently on the feeds, the other ladies were talking about how Catherine said she's going to go home for a little bit, see her family, and then go right to Riley. Don't do it, girl. If anyone else is in Oklahoma and you see Catherine coming in, kindly escort her out. Kindly escort. Say, come here, sweetie. Come here, sweetie. Come here. Any older ladies, any women in general who watch this or watch me, say, come here, sweetie. Let's go get a snack. Okay, let's go. And then right back on the plane, right back home to the people who love you and don't treat you like that. Thank you, Michael Murphy, for the super sticker. That was very kind and generous of you. Bettina said, when's the wedding? She's out. Riley, have the talk with her family and friends. Feel better. Thank you so much. There will never be a wedding. I refuse to believe that. Jamie B says, I wanted Kat in jury so Riley would go crazy. I almost am, I feel bad. There is a part of me that feels really bad for Kat because I think she just got caught up in something. And obviously that crazy man, I think he's a crazy man. And never got to really play her own game. But I am glad that she's kind of out now. So we don't have to go through this where she pines after him for all this time in jury and almost maybe the love grows or whatever. And then we have to see it at the finale. And then Riley's there. Now, let's just get it out of the way now. Rip the Band-Aid. Here's who he really is. Just like be like, hello, Catherine. What was that old show? I think it even predates me, but this is your life, Catherine. Hi. And thank you, Jamie B, for being married for 51 months and just being an amazing person overall. Look it. This is your man. Is this your man? They need that like Dr. Phil clip. Is this the guy? Is this? Yeah, that's my man. Are you sure that's him? That's him? Okay. Is this your guy? Is this your guy, Small Fry? Is this your man? How many babies he got? Because his mom's telling TMZ they need to get some paternity tests. So before you're having sleepovers with Catherine, let's get those paternity tests taken care of, Riley. Because I know if I had babies out there and I was like, I don't know if that one's mine. It could be. It's got my ears. I'd get the paternity test before I hooked up with anyone else. That's just me, though. That's just me. But he's busy, talking to Zay, I guess.
I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. I don't understand, bitch.
Don't understand, bitch. I don't understand. Okay, I gotta take this down. Sorry, you guys. Sometimes I'll have to take little breaks for my little coughing fits I have. All right, let's take that one. You guys, why would you show Cody Cauliflower making out with his dad? We'll be right back. That is ridiculous. Oh my God. Who did that? Who did that? Don't laugh. Don't laugh, Jolene. All right. Jamie B says Riley looks like Sid from Ice Age. That's what everyone's been saying. I put in one of my thumbnails. But yeah, little Sid. Elizabeth, thank you for the super chat. Elizabeth says, I really thought Catherine making jury would have been great. More time away from Riley. A week isn't enough. Will she do it? We'll see if she'll do interviews. We'll see. But something tells me since her parents are so plugged into this, and I know she's an adult and there's only so much they can do, but I think hopefully her girlfriends and family will come together in sort of an intervention and be like, girl, okay, I'm going to need to long, hard look in the mirror, then look at what he's got going on. And I'll look what you got going on and look what he's got going on. Because also if in fact he hasn't told her about all these possible babies out that he's got out in the world, allegedly, and if he hasn't told her about his arrests and things, hopefully she'll be like, okay, we're done now. And I kind of think too, once she sees how we've reacted to it, she's going to be like, oh shit. Catherine is not stupid. She never struck me as a stupid person, not one day whatsoever. So the only way I see her staying with him is out of maybe maybe being a little stubborn or something, possibly being like, no, it wasn't like that. Okay. Did he tell her about one baby in the kitchen? Oh, no. Well, I could be wrong. Okay. Stack said Catherine stated she never wanted to be a parent. When she finds out about the babies, she's out. Oh, oh, it is just, yeah. We got stock. I don't know, but just all the lift Catherine up. We lift Catherine up to the release her from Riley gods. All right. But there'll be more to come with this. We know that. Okay. Rachel. Meanwhile, Rachel is like, hey, Vince. And Vince is like, I went all in on you, Rachel. I went all in on you. And she's like, I know, you're stupid. You did. You went all in on me and the judges. Rachel's happy, but keeping her eyes on Vince. Vince is like, I need to do damage control with like Kelly and everyone else who trusted him. And the problem with Vince is his HOHs, he lied so much. I mean, lying in Big Brother is like whatever. However, there's a point where there's like gratuitous lying. There's like so much lying. Like, why are you doing so much? And I think Vince always thinks he can get out of it by being like, yes, at that time I felt that way, but then this person told me this. But I think that's only going to piss people off and really bad once jury starts, really poor jury management. But he just lies. Oh, he just lies and he snakes and he cries in his lies. It's crazy, you guys. So, he also he needs to do damage control with all the non-judges alliance people. I don't know why I did this. Maybe because it's a proper name of the, who knows, you guys. I'm sick. But Ashley, oh my God. So Ashley slipped up and basically told Catherine, well, you're on the block, but as long as you're up next to Catherine, you got my vote. And then all of a sudden she looks over, or as long as you're up next to Kelly. She's like, Catherine, as long as you're up next to Kelly, you got my vote. And then she looks over and there is Kelly. And she's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. As if Kelly isn't scary enough. Ashley has to have this slip up. And Ashley's like, oh, sorry. I see her. Then she like runs out of the room. And this isn't the only slip up we will see during this episode. And Kelly's just laying there, just plotting, just how she will get back at all these people. It was so funny though to see Ashley like, oh my God, did I do that? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, girl. This is her face like, oh my God. And Kelly's laying there. She's like, ah. Keanu, Kelly, Lauren, and Kat, once Ashley runs out, they don't know what Vince is doing. They're like, what is Vince doing? Why would he put up Kat? Why wouldn't he go after Rachel? After all the things he said to us, they all have given him so many chances, mostly Kelly and Vince and Lauren. Lauren's like, I think maybe that.
It's a good time to be medicated.
Well, not that, but maybe, I don't know if we're working
2,000 years later.
together anymore. I mean, we are because we're like a final two, but like, are we? Because what is he
2,000 years later.
doing? And I'm like, oh God, Lauren. Shout out, producer Prince has shown up to work. Hello, producer Prince. Nice to see you, sir. But oh baby Lauren, just the slowest talker Big Brother's ever seen. Okay, she's like whatever the Micro Machine Man was to fast talking, Lauren is to slow talking. Just so slow. I can't with Lauren. Whenever she starts game talking, she's like, hi. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really just thinking about it. I don't know. Oh God, this game sucks. It's like really hard. You know, it's so it's a lot, I think. Okay. All right. Thank you, producer Prince. I love you. You're so sweet. So yeah, so when they had to edit that scene with Ashley and Lauren later while Ava's sleeping, they did a good job of speeding Lauren's talking up because usually it was so damn slow. Dame, thank you, says, no way Ashley will have clients after this season. What? Why? What did Ashley do not to have clients? You mean as a lawyer? Why? Why wouldn't she have clients? I don't know. I find Ashley quite lovable. So I'm not sure. It did? I think I pulled a screenshot of the judges, but it could have been from the actual episode earlier. I pulled this one, and this one had Morgan, but I didn't notice that. But maybe this one wasn't at the end. Is this not the one? Joe Nelson, did you notice Julie revealed the judges? It showed Mickey, not Morgan. Because this is the one I saw in the episode. That's crazy. I should have pulled a screenshot at the end of the episode because I didn't see that. That's a problem. Oh, when Julie showed, at the end when Julie showed it to Kat. Interesting. Okay. Production. Come on. You don't, jeez Louise. You really know how to muck it up. So Ashley then goes immediately to Vince and Rachel, who are in the HOH room, to tell her about her screw up. Vince says this is the final time between him and Kelly. Or this is the final show, does he say? Or the final, I can't read my own writing. But basically, that Kelly's done with him. He can tell, like, she won't even look at him. And it's like, yeah, I mean, she's gonna you know, in this game, allegedly, for comedy purposes, but for real. Kelly, not happy. No happy. Kelly, no happy. But she's like, okay, Vince, sure, I'll trust you. Uh-huh. All right, you're just going to keep putting me on the block? I don't want to go. And Vince is like, but I think I'm going to put you on the block. Okay, thank you. Then we get the Keanu-Rachel fight. I feel like they could have added so much more to this, but because there were so many different instances of them getting into fights. But this is when they were fighting while Rachel was unloading the dishwasher. And Keanu pretending to help. And Rachel's like, you don't clean, you don't cook, you don't clean, you don't do nothing. So why don't you make your little eggs and leave me alone? That was one of my favorite little sayings she said. She's like, why don't you make your little eggs and leave me alone? Because I don't have time for this. Excuse me. He's like, yes, Rachel. Make your little eggs, leave me alone. And then he's like, what, Rachel, what are you talking about? Keanu's tells when he's lying is a lot of questions. Like, what do you mean? What I do? What? And also he goes, duh. The man says, duh, more than a man over 30 should say, duh. Have you guys noticed that? Feed watchers. He's always like, duh. Duh what? Duh you, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You're the duh. She's like, you never cook, you never clean, and someone has to do it. And then when she walks away, Keanu's like, dumbass, duh. I'm like, oh, Keanu. It's just like, I can't, sir. I can't take you seriously. As you are just like, duh. Again, it would be great for Keanu to take Rachel out and to, for his game and the games of others, in a great big move. However, you have nothing to fall back on, sir. No one else likes you, trusts you, or wants to work with you, and everyone else lies to you. And Rachel was pretty much the only one giving you information and working with you in this game. But yet, you still want Vince. So here we go. So Rachel's done now. She started with, trying the silent treatment. And they've since had a few blow-ups, a few fights. And she's since told him, why she was mad at him. I don't think they showed that in either of the episodes, but they showed it on the live feeds. And I was like, Rachel, what are you doing? But she's like, yeah, Vince came back to me and Vince told me word for word what I told you. So I know that you told him, because he was trying to go, it was Morgan. It was Morgan. It was Morgan. It wasn't even me. What are you talking about? Ugh. So I was at the airport listening to this at the Denver airport on Monday when she finally was like in the gym telling Keanu why she's mad at him and why, how she knows for sure he went to Vince, and repeated information from her. And I was texting my husband, because my husband records the feeds for me since there's no flashback. Don't tell Paramount, okay? But I need it so I can go back and watch things, So I'm watching in real time, but I want to make sure that I can have this to watch back and maybe clip a little, And so then my husband's watching, my husband Chell RN is watching some of it too. And he's like, oh my God, holy gaslight. This guy's like, ugh. And he doesn't really know what's going on, but it's like, he seems like he's really trying to gaslight her. And he was like, oh no, I told Morgan it was Morgan. I wouldn't even say that. Okay. If Vince said that, it was crazy, you guys, to watch. I wish we could break it down without Paramount Plus, like striking and copyrighting my channel, because the way Keanu was like, if Vince would do that, then he would completely blow up his game and my game. Why would he blow up his game, my game? Talking to the person whose game he's blowing up, which is Rachel's, the person who wants to work with him, about the guy who he wants to work with instead, blowing up his game, looking for some kind of sympathy. It was insane watching this. And Rachel's just like, Keanu, I know that you said that. Why would he do that? Like, he could not understand why Vince would go back and tell Rachel.
It's a good time to be medicated.
He just can't fathom that Vince could possibly A, not want to work with him, or B, be working with Rachel and not him.
The patriarchy.
He's like, no, we're dudes, we're bros. We need to bro out. Duh. It's so stupid. And then after Rachel left and they had this long conversation, he's like, okay, I think I can fix this with Rachel. And if I could fix this, if I can maybe become HOH, not nominate her, or take her off the blog with a veto, then I can prove my loyalty. It's like, sir, stop. So now Keanu and Vinny talk. And Keanu and Vinny just have this moment. And let me pull up a picture. Let's see if I have the both of them. And Keanu is so emo about this. Oh my God, you guys. Vinny has his little hoodie on. And he's, making himself so small and so sad. And Keanu's just like, I gotta talk to you. And it literally is. Let me see. Do I have a sad? I think I have a sad song background. I think I do. If I remember, yeah. Okay. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if that's playing. Probably not. Okay. It's like, Vinny, I've given you so many chances. I've literally, like, what is going on? You've burned me 3 freaking times, Vinny. It just doesn't make any sense. God, you gotta do what you say you're gonna do. Vinny's like, I know. I just can't. And Keanu's like, you gotta have confidence. If you make a decision, you gotta freaking do it, bro. Duh. And Vinny's like, I'm making the same mistakes that I make in life, man. I do this in life. It's like I can't pull the trigger on anything. And my mom and dad are always like, get a job, Vinny, you can do it. Get some income. Put away into a 401k. One day we're not going to be here to support you, Vin. And I'm like, I know, I just can't decide. It's so hard. I just have been working really hard on my mustache and the way it curls. And I feel like nobody sees that. They don't see the mustache curl. They don't see the time I put into it. Which is like really hard.
because I do put a lot of work into things. Sure, those things don't have monetary gain, but why is it all about money, man? Why is it all about money, man? And my flat iron. It's like nobody appreciates a good flat iron in 2025, man. God, I wish I had some edibles.
So they're going on and on and on. And Keanu's just like, come on, get your shit together, bro. You can't have competence, without confetti, and kofefe. Get your shit together, man. Come on. What are you doing? It's not that fucking hard. And Vince is like, I know, man. I never said that it was going to be easy. I was in a band. I was in an emo band back in the day, man. I know. Shit's like hard. It's just like I carry so much from when I was younger. It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. Oh my God, you guys. Keanu's like, it's not that hard. I fall into the same thing as my regular life. So he's just like crying. And Keanu's falling for it. He's like, oh God. So, but Keanu's like, something tells me though, no matter what Vinny does or says or how many times he screws me over.
It's a good time to be medicated.
Or lies to me, something tells me that I should trust him and play with him. Something in me that tells me you're the one.
The patriarchy.
It was a lot. And like you guys are saying, like the talk was long. Big Brother's hard, man. It's really hard. Keanu's just trying to give him literally like a Tony Robbins, like, come on, you got to get it together. You got to get the coffee, then you get the confidence, then you get the, cappuccino, then you get the capital, I don't know. And then you get the bitches. But instead, Keanu's like, guess I'm going to keep trying, Vinny. But God, eventually you're going to have to learn. Dumb, you big dummy, dumb. And basically everything he's saying to Vince, he's just saying to himself. And Vince is just playing him and being like, I know I'm weak. And he's like, just choose me. Pick me. Love me. I saw somebody posted on Twitter, I think the Carrie Bradshaw Sex in the City clip of, what was it? Was it when she broke up with Aiden or when she cheated on Aiden and Aiden dumped her? And she said, you have to forgive me. You have to forgive me. And I was like, ooh, that works. That was a good one. Choose me. Love me. Be with me. Do me. This is a bromance, the bromance that never will be. Keanu wants love. Keanu wants loyalty. Keanu wants respect, and he's got none of it. He's getting played right in his face, and it's like he don't care. He's like a masochist. He's like, give me more. Give me more. Yeah, they need a safe word. They need something. Choose me. Love me. Be with me. What's wrong, Vinny? Come on, it's not that hard. Duh. Excuse me, you guys. Rachel interrupts because she's like, oh, no, I am not letting Keanu freaking talk to Vince and monopolize all his time. Are you okay, Vince? You okay? You got me, baby. And Keanu's like, God, Mom, get out of here. And then they're like, let's move forward, dude. Keanu tells Vince, let's move forward, dude. Rachel's like, okay, well, I'll be right outside. Okay, I made pizza rolls. I got Sunny D. Yeah, I got all your favorites just in case. I'm here. Okay. Rachel talks to her girls and she's like, maybe we need to reconsider this getting rid of Kelly over Catherine, if it's Kelly versus Catherine, because, Kelly has no social pull. No one really wants to work with her. She's on an island all her own. She's pretending I'm bullying her. Like, it's a mess for Kelly. Okay. And they're like, yeah, like she's really not a threat. She's all by herself. Now, my favorite part was something that occurred, I think it was did this happen yesterday on the feeds, you guys? I'm pretty sure it was yesterday when I was watching the feeds. I don't know. When you're sick, all the days go together. But in the train room, Ashley and Lauren are having a conversation, and a long conversation because it takes Lauren, 8 hours to say a sentence. No offense, all offense to Lauren. And then as you see up in the left-hand corner, Ava is sleeping in her bed. Somehow Lauren did not notice that Ava's in the room. And so they're talking about, oh, who should we get out? And Ashley's like, well, I mean, I really love Ava, so I would probably keep Ava, but I don't know. Catherine and I have been getting really close, but definitely anyone next to Kelly, I'm keeping them over Kelly. And then Lauren goes, yeah, it's really difficult. I guess it's like
2,000 years later.
I love them both. I really do. But I've gotten closer to Catherine and with Ava, and I do love Kelly. And I just, I feel like I can, God, what's the word? I feel like I can
2,000 years later.
trust Catherine. Like she's like it's like, we know, Lauren, we know you and Catherine are close. You've been close. You don't have to make this a big thing. It was a totally ridiculous conversation to have. Ava, of all people, is the best person to hear this conversation because she really doesn't give a shit. And then Lauren's just like, and she's also like, obviously, it's like just so
2,000 years
it's
later.
like hard, but I think I would, yeah, I'd have to really think about it. And then if Vince has to break a tie, and this went on for a while, and I'm thinking, do they know? Because we're watching the live feeds and we can see that she's up in the bed. And we're like, do they know Ava's here? And Ava, everyone's always talking shit about Ava. Oh, Ava naps too much. She's napping. But this looks like a pretty good strategy to me because Ava's been napping so much, they don't even realize it. They're like, she can just be sleeping somewhere and they're not even looking for her anymore. So even I was wondering after the fact, because after this, immediately, they didn't show this exactly in the episode, but Lauren runs up to the HOH, which they did show in the episode, and vents to Vince like, oh my God, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to be sick. Oh my God, I can't believe it. So Ava was there, and I don't remember what I said, and oh my God, I can't, oh my God. And me and Ashley, then Ashley also went up, and they were going in circles to the point where Vince was like, I'm going to have some lasagna. Rachel made lasagna, so I got to go. See you guys later. You guys feel free to keep breaking the situation down. And right when they stayed up in the HOH room, Lauren and Ashley, and they were like, do you think I said something bad? Do you think I said something bad? I don't think I said it wasn't really that, but no, I don't think you. But then right when they'd convinced themselves they didn't say something bad, one of them would go, usually Ashley, well, there was that one thing. Well, maybe, what about this? And then Lauren's like, I'm going to throw up. I'm going to puke. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is so, do you think she heard? Well, she could have, probably not because she's sleeping. But if I was sleeping, I would probably hear it. So they were just going around in circles about it, which I wish they would have shown a little bit more of that. But I like seeing in the episode that Ava then wakes up because Lauren goes, let me just go check the room. And realizes, oh my God, Ava's been there the whole time. And Ashley did the same thing looking for her water bottle, which led them up into the HOH room to have this conversation. And then Ava, so here is Lauren before she goes in the HOH room. She does go and check, see that there's Ava. There's Ava up there. They got a butt shot of Ava. And then as soon as she leaves, Ava's like, what the hell? I've never listened to an entire game conversation about me. That's crazy. I would find it really hard if I was in that situation not to make some kind of noise because it's so awkward to hear someone talking about you. That makes me anxious. But for the game, you'd have to just sit there and go, I guess I'm just going to listen. So Ava just hears the whole thing and she's like, what? But she's the most chill person this could have happened to because everyone else probably would have started crying or had 10 panic attacks. and started over gaming. And Ava was just like, are they serious? That's weird. Well, now I'm awake. Yeah. Now I know what's up. Thank you, David. David said, pizza rolls and Sunny D laughing hard here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But so that was actually really funny to see them two going back and forth. It was like, what a bunch of weirdos. You know, Ava, she's like, Dad, you know, whatever will be. The future's not ours to see. You know, okay, Sarah. You know, if you want me in the game, keep me in the game. If you don't want me in the game, don't want me in the game. I am not gonna beg you. You know, Ava was hilarious yesterday on the feeds. She was like, listen, Rachel, here's the thing. If I don't stay, I don't stay. You know, and if it's because I didn't talk to Keanu enough, if I lose $750,000 because I didn't have enough conversations with Keanu, that's money well spent. You know, I can't even do the impression because I'll have a coughing attack. But she was like, all right. And they were laughing because Ava did have a conversation with Keanu yesterday. She's like, hey, what's up? He's in the gym. She goes in there and pretends to like lift a weight, like, so what's up, bro? Yeah. Anyways, let's have a game talk. I love how she always does that. Let's have a game talk. Yeah, so obviously, you know, I want to be in the game. Who doesn't? But you know, if I'm good for your game, I am. If I'm not, like, no hard feelings, you know, how you're gonna vote. So yeah, we're good, right? Okay. All right, well, I'm just gonna do this one more time and I'm out. Deuces. Nice combo. Like that was it. That was it. She's not gonna beg. That's not Ava's game. Ava's like, if I go, I go, and if I go home, I go home. You know, and if it's because I didn't have a conversation with Keanu and I lose $750,000, then that's $750,000 well spent. And that I thought was hilarious. And Ava does have the social capital to do those type of things, but you have to be sitting pretty well within Big Brother to be able to be like that and also make a joke like that without us going, you're freaking dumb, you know. But to Ava, it's like, yeah, you know, hey, Keanu, what's up? Okay, so obviously, if you can, vote for me. If you can't, no hair off my ass. All right, one of these, and I'm out. See you later. Oh my gosh, so funny. Then let's see. We get a Rachel and Kat conversation in the bathroom. Kat really despises Rachel, which I think is comical because I think once she is out of here and learns all she needs to learn about Riley and excuse me, that whole situation, I don't think that will be as much of a thing. But Kat's like, I hate Rachel Riley. Like, I'm exhausted trying to pretend that I don't dislike this woman. She says it's getting exhausting to hide on my face how much I can't stand Rachel, but I need her vote. So they talk a little bit. She mentions Riley briefly, and then Rachel gives her a hug, and she's like, you know, because the Cat's like, oh God, don't touch me, woman. But Rachel's like, come here, I made lasagna. And Kat's like, I don't care. I don't even care. Who cares? So we all spent basically. Oh my God. You guys. Yes, it's her social capital. Like, it's amazing. Yeah, she's exhausted. She started playing 2 days ago. She's very tired. But remember, she had to deal with all Riley's bullshit, and she doesn't even realize the full extent. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So Rachel's like, give me a hug, you. Then we go into the BB butt blaster. Okay, and right off the gate, I was like, oh, Kelly's gonna win this. For some reason, and maybe I missed this on the feeds, but Ava and Kat were coordinated. The black shirt, red pants, and then Kelly had her little black little outfits, shorts, tank top combo put together thing with cowboy boots. And I was like, oh, Kelly's got this. And it was basically like, get the ball down into here. I forget what it was called. It was like, get your ball in the hole, like every other competition. And put a couple tracks in place. And people were still Catherine was still putting her tracks in place when Kelly had her ball in the hole. Okay. It's like, what is this? Like the mouse trap, or what would you call this? Like a dominoes type game. So as you can see from this screenshot, Ava's doing okay, but Kelly's still in the lead. Kat hasn't even dropped her ball. She's still trying to place her tracks down. And Kelly's already like, okay, if it bumps from here to here to there to there. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. And there you go. Kelly is she's good at this shit. Yeah, just get your ball in the hole. And she got her ball in the hole. And then she went, she's like, I'm so sorry, Kat. I'm so sorry, Kat. Kat's like, it's okay, Kelly, get off me. Me and Riley think you're psycho, and you'll learn that later. Mostly Riley, who you love. Oh, Lord. Oh, I forget that she is like a pilot, that she has her pilot's license. See, life experience counts for something. You know what I mean? Doing shit counts for something. Right? Stack says BB should just let house guests watch the butt blaster instead of telling them when they come down the stairs. Because when they came down the stairs, Ava was like shaking her head. And they're like, Kelly won. And everyone was like, it was not like your normal applause that you would see. It was like, I think it was Julie Chen clapping. Julie Chen was the only one clapping. No one else was clapping. It was really bad. Then the vote, obviously, Ava's like, I'm not going to say anything bad about Kat. She's great. Thanks. Shout out to my mom and dad. You guys cooked. Okay. They're baddies. Awesome. Bringing me in this world. They're the reason for the season. This chick next to me, tough as nails. All right. Love her down. Vote for me or don't. Later. And then Catherine's kind of like, I don't want to say anything bad about Ava, obviously, but if you're next to Ava, you're probably going to lose because everyone loves her. So maybe keep me because you want to be next to me. All right. But I love you, Ava. Oh my God. Thank you so much. And then ultimately, the only person that votes for her to stay, for Catherine to stay, is Lauren. And everyone else is like, we're getting rid of Catherine. Julie Chen does a short interview with Catherine. They bring up Riley. Not as much as I think they would have really harped on this. They probably would have flown Riley in if he wasn't such a creepazoid. They would have had him there on the stage like, well, hello there, lady. And she'd be like, oh my God. But since he's like a creepy creeperson, they're like, so Riley, Julie Chen's like, do you really love him? Did you really like him? Or was it game? Was it the devil's game? She's like, I think I really like him. We'll see. She's like, can we be together? We'll see. And I'm like, yes, just Catherine's parents, get her together. Okay. You get with Kat. Okay. Give her lots of love. Show her some of my videos, maybe. Shout out to Kat. You'll be okay, girl. You're young. You got your whole life ahead of you. All right. And just remember, stay away from the guy who puts his dick and stuff and then doesn't pay for the babies, allegedly. Stay away from the guy who has a mullet and doesn't want to pay for his babies, allegedly. Okay, that's all you got to remember. If he's got a record, no matter what it is, and he's got some babies, and his mom said he needs to take a paternity test, but first he goes on a reality game show, stay away from him. That's it. Okay. Got your whole life ahead of you, girl. Don't ruin it for these. for Dees. Because I even noticed some of the things, Catherine, the way she was talking, I was like, oh, that sounds like Riley. She's like, what in the darn tootin'? Fig Newton? I don't know. She said something. It's like, darn Newton to fig what? And I'm like, huh? Yeah. No, thank you. If his belt buckle is bigger than his brain, stay away, girl, stay away. It's not worth your youth and your beauty to give it to this damn tool. If you can't control his wiener, and it goes in all the baby doors, and they say you are the father. Stay away, stay away, stay away, and give him to Zay. Yeah. Okay. That's just my 2 cents. Then Julie says the mastermind's coming back. Oh, what a coincidence. Because people in the BB house were just saying on the feeds yesterday, what happened to the mastermind? I think Rachel was talking about this. Ashley, they were like, and then the mastermind, where's he been? We haven't seen him since like week 1. So now the mastermind's coming back. Because they called you out and you forgot to cut the feeds. Is that why it's coming back? And then Angela's going to be here. So we're excited to see Angela on Big Brother. But that's my breakdown. So sorry, you guys. I mean, sorry I wasn't there yesterday. Sorry my voice sounds like a sicky poo. And thank you for sticking with me. And we're ending at an hour, which then you know I'm sick. Okay. Because we always go well over an hour usually. But maybe this will be good. This will be good. Okay. Yeah. The whatever his name is, aka intern Andrew. We know what you're doing. All right. You guys are beautiful pumpkin spice babies. I appreciate each and every one of you. I am going to get some rest. Hopefully, maybe be back tomorrow. If not, for sure on Saturday. Make sure you smash that like, hit that subscribe, comment after the video post. If you're on the replay crew, don't forget to put a disco ball emoji in the comment section. So I know you made it to the end. Shout out to all my super chatters. David, Christopher Taylor, TT, Dame, Shannon Mills, Michael Murphy, Bettina, Jamie, B, Elizabeth. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments. And until next time, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.